What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. And then just go ahead and hit that notification bell so you be notified when all this dope content drop.
Yes, and we here with our special guest co-host again.
What's poppin', y'all? C-Pop.
Hey. Yeah. What's up with y'all though? How y'all doing though?
Great. Fantastic.
Yep. How you doing, man?
Right.
Wavy, baby.
That's right. And you know, before we get all the way into the show, we always do the Best Way to Smoke tip. And today, Cuzzo got the tip.
So today's tip is universal. It's not just cannabis. It's life in general. Listen to comprehend and don't listen to respond. A lot of the times when you go in, you get certain type of constructive criticisms or whatever it may be. A lot of people like to just go ahead and act off impulse and just straight up respond. You know what I'm saying? Not taking in mind like the context of how the person is saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where the person is coming from that's saying it. You know what I mean? Who's saying it or whatever it may be. So when you, and whatever, work, gym, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? When you in an exchange of words, listen to understand versus listening to just go ahead and respond.
I could dig that. And I think probably everybody done fell short of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? At some point, but hopefully shit, as we get older and shit, we realize that shit and be correct on it,
Hell yeah.
For real.
I feel like everything should be like have some type of substance and be intentional. Because like, even when you speak, like you speak with intention,
Right.
It should be the same when you're receiving. Like how you said, like to comprehend and not just to respond, you know?
Yeah.
To respond. Yep. That's real. So I think that was a great tip, sir, bro.
Philosopher.
Yeah, we did.
Here.
Yep. So before we get into the show, we always do the Best Way to Smoke tip. So when we have guests, we ask the guests, what's your best way to smoke tip? So ladies, Kelly, you go first. Give us your tip.
I feel like the best tip is just make sure you're smoking something good.
Facts.
And what would you define as something good?
My taste is a little out there, but I say it
Talk
has
your
to
shit.
look good, has to, smell good, but also has to taste good. Like if I'm smelling it, I'd rather smoke it and also get that same essence.
Yep.
Look good, smell good, taste good.
Yeah, and it got to break down good too. Like nobody
Yep.
likes it to look good, and then it's like real
Right.
sturdy and like boxy. I'm like, but you got to smoke something good. I feel like you can smoke it in a blunt, a joint, as long as it's good.
As long as it's
As
good.
long as it's good.
Definitely
I can dig
agree.
that.
And you, Miss Lotus?
My best way to smoke is either in a bong, so you really can taste the weed, or in a good leaf, like a grabber.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember you told us that when you jumped in the tent.
I did.
Yeah, she was like, the best way to smoke is the.
And I thought she
Yeah.
was full of it because I was like, girl, bye.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yellow.
We be in my house. She was talking about, I need a 30-minute nap.
That's me, though. I feel that.
I'm gonna come back.
She's going to come back.
Right.
On the real,
I need little
was that
breaks.
your first time ever getting in the tent or doing something like that?
It was something like that. I hit the gravity bong. Last year we went debuted in 420 in New York, and I was pretty high. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like Method Man and Redman was performing on stage, and I was in the back sleep.
It wasn't really the back though, because my actual section
When I
was like
tell you
right
I can
before the
relate.
stage.
Yeah.
So it was like a crowd of people, and then my section,
That was
she
some
wasn't
good
even,
shit
but
if
she was
you slept
behind
through
like,
that.
like fold up, so you couldn't see her.
Yeah.
Right.
She was on the couch, like our little section. She was knocked out.
I was knocked
I was like,
out. Knocked out.
I could relate.
Yes.
I can relate in so many ways.
I was
I'm
like-
ready to chill.
You know how you
Like,
be so high, you be like, I can't believe this happening right now, but you can't do nothing
But
about
then-
it. I just
On the real.
So just to give like our new viewers like a description, because we met you guys at Smokin' Loud. You guys had your booth. It was dope.
It was
all the vibes. Like shout out to Cali Cakes. They
Yep,
had
yep,
all
shout
the
out-
ladies
yep,
out
yep,
there.
yep,
As
yep.
soon as I pulled up, did I not? I was like, oh, we about to be best friends.
Yes.
I already knew. I already knew.
I was like, why did they leave by yourself?
energy.
And right, and then the best Best Way to Smoke, we brought a dank tank.
Yes, you
Mhm.
did.
And our
and
big-
had the
our-
whole
With the guns and shit,
Our
area
big Betsy.
lit.
Smokin.
Our
Yeah.
big Betsy. And
People
we
wasn't
had,
even in that thing getting high. We was
Listen.
over there like,
What the fuck?
right. It was real.
It
Shit
was
got
real,
real.
yeah.
But we
Yeah.
Get
was
real.
keeping people in there for 4 minutes and 20 seconds, seeing how long they could go. So we got our champ over
did anybody?
here.
Yeah, who was the champion?
People were going past 5 minutes.
Yeah, it
at
was a
one
few
point.
people that,
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
a few
Like-
vets, yeah.
OGs.
Yeah, there was like
Crazy.
people who were just like,
Yeah,
leave me in there, you know? It's like, okay.
not I.
Smoke.
Right, right. There's some people like, get me out of here.
I wanna be in and out. I gotta
See,
be
if
in
I
and
have some goggles, I know for a fact I can stand that motherfucker past for
Right.
He's like, if I
for a
got some,
long
I'm
time.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's what it was,
Yeah.
burning your eyes.
After
Yeah.
a while, that's like swimming in chlorine water with your eyes.
Yes,
shut.
I'm telling you, you had us
Niggas be
all
watering.
lit. I was like, I am really.
We thank everybody that tap in and tune in with us. We definitely appreciate y'all. And before we get into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. And this tip, I got a tip for the ladies and for the men, right? So the tip for the man is like,
Hold on, before Big J wouldn't even tell me this tip, so I'm a little bit nervous
it's a good
where
one, though.
he's going with
It's
this.
a good one though.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the tip for the man is protect women. You know, like, you know, be there for women. You know, protect them. It's Women's Month, so you know we want to highlight women and stuff like that, though. So,
Okay.
and on that note, I want to say to the women, I know a lot of you women have to be strong out there, you know, and be put in situations to where you feel like you got to do a man's job and shit, though. But when you meet someone and when you're dealing with a man, you know, that's a man, you know, let him be that. You know what I'm saying? And accept the love, the help, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And the protection. Don't feel like you gotta fight and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get a round of applause for that, because
That's real though.
you had my anxiety on 10 for a second. But I will yes, definitely. I love that. I love
Yep.
that, because you know what, like, ladies, because you have to sometimes come in and do your own job on top of maybe a man's job, just handle everything in your household, whether you have kids or you're single or whatever the case may be. You might feel like you got the world on your shoulders, but when a man steps in, it might seem as like a threat at first, because you're like, what's his intentions, right?
Yep.
But, and you know, like after a while, you get like a little nervous about being a little vulnerable coming from like a strong woman. Like
Right.
you get a little nervous about being vulnerable, because you might have had like once or twice where you let that guard down to be vulnerable,
Right.
and you realize it was some bullshit. So the
Yeah.
fact that you can like, I just cheers, round of applause for every woman who's just allowed yourself to be vulnerable, for a man to step into that space and be like, all right, you
Right.
don't got to do this shit alone. All right, like I'm like, you are safe now. I feel like
Right.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. You know, I want to say like lack of protection is like my biggest pet peeve.
Right.
You know, like one of my biggest. Like, I don't care if you're my homie. I don't care if you're like, you know, like it's
Right.
not like feeling safe in a space whoever I'm in,
Right.
whoever I'm with. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Right. Yeah, that's real shit though. A woman should definitely be able to feel safe around man that she know, you know, even man she don't know, you know, just to be able to feel like ain't shit finna happen. And if something
Right.
do come, you know what I mean, is somebody there that's there to protect me. And then, you
Right.
know, digging into the relationship. That's why I think this was the perfect tip. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you
'Cause-
didn't tell my ass. I was nervous.
Look, and before we dig all the way into the show, we do the best way to smoke tip.
All right.
But when we have a guest, we ask the guest, what's your best way to smoke tip for the people?
Okay, so my best way to smoke tip is adding mullein and leaf to your flour.
Mullein and leaf?
Mullein and leaf, yeah. My cousin owns an apothecary, so she turned me on to it, right? And it is a herb, right? It's tea, but it really helps with like your respiratory issues. But when you put it in your weed, one, it makes it like super sexy smoky, right? And then also it like adds like just, you feel like your lungs are clear. You ever smoke some like really terpy weed and you're like, it's a little clogged?
Right.
You don't feel that. You're like that. You're just breathing. It's
Huh.
just much better.
That's
Yeah.
interesting because
I like
I've
the
never
sound
heard
of
of that.
that.
Right. You gotta,
What you say, melanin?
Mullein and leaf, yeah.
you have to write that down for
Yes,
us.
I would have brought y'all some. I literally ran out this weekend. I just
For
been
real?
giving it away. Yes, and it's like because your weed lasts longer too. Because I just cut mine with it all the time, but it's so good,
Huh.
so good. Yeah,
That's very cool. And you said it's like a sexy smoke,
Right.
like what I pictured in my destructive brain. You know, like you smoking, you know what I'm saying? You get the little white ash.
Right.
But then the smoke that go up, it's
Goes-
all different little colors.
Yep.
Gang of little different colors just swerving up and going.
Right.
over
It's
there.
definitely
sexy
one color,
smell.
but yeah, it's like it's.
Oh, everything like nigga, it's just one color. You know what I'm saying? It's just only one color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it enhances your smoke too, because I'm telling you, like when you could just smoke it by itself, and you do feel like just a slight euphoria
Mullein?
feeling. Mullein leaf, yeah.
And you said it's at your cousin's shop?
Yeah, she owns an apothecary.
Where's
Yeah.
that? Shout her out.
Oh yeah, it's over here, not too far actually. So it's off El Segundo a little bit, but it's called RSL and Herbal Emporium.
Okay.
Super dope. Yeah.
Shout out to
Well,
Cuzzo, okay?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, we're going to have to tap in with that,
Oh
though.
yeah, you guys will like it. You'd be like, this is nice.
So she has a lot of other different herbs and stuff, too?
Yes, yeah, a lot. Because I have like really bad insomnia. That's why I switched to weed to like help me go to sleep. So I smoke heavy indicas. But then she gave me like blue lotus tea, and they have like dream tea, and then like almost every herb you could think of, like for health reasons and stuff to kind of like, you know, because I'm more into like holistic medicine than I am
me
too
too.
modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mullein leaf, like, yo, and then like, especially when you're sick, oh my God, clear you out completely.
For real? Like blowing, like smoking it?
Smoking it, even the tea too, because you're gonna feel it all come up. Like I was drinking it as tea, and I was like, why do I feel like I'm congested? Why am I sick? You know, you're not sick. It's expelling everything.
Oh, it's like, okay, like detox.
But when you
I'm
smoke
definitely
it,
down
you
for
don't feel
that.
like you're hacking up anything. But if you drink the tea, like, but it's gonna pull all the mucus out. Like,
Right.
you gonna feel like you can breathe. So, like, let's say you smoke like a heavy blunt, right? You can run after without issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to fast walk, but yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all need to really like, comment, and subscribe because you just got a
Right.
precious jewel right now.
That's
Oh.
right.
Really.
Yep.
That's right. Well, thank you
In
for
a tip.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a tip. Thank you for putting on to that. We're gonna have you write that down afterwards because we're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up on Cuzzo, right?
Yay.
We want to thank everybody that do tap in with us. We definitely appreciate y'all. You know, and before we get into the show, you know, we always do the best way to smoke tip. So, you know, we done ran through a lot of tips, you know, when it comes to indulging in cannabis and shit like that, though. But we want to say with this tip is follow the rules. And what that means is, you know, you already know when you about to get high and get your puff on, you break it down, you roll it up, and you spark it up. So it's a process in each step, though. You know what I'm saying? So when you breaking it down, you rolling a blunt or something like that. You know, you probably could do that good crumble with your fingers and shit like that, and have a little, you know, a few little nugs in there. But you already know when you rolling a joint, you got to break that shit down a little finer. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? In the beginning, when on the breakdown, then the roll up, you definitely got to know what you're doing with the roll up. So you know what I mean? You want to have that Kelly guard, you know, no drip lip around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then when you spark it up, you want to make sure you did the first two steps the right way. So that way when you spark that shit up, it ain't gonna be running. It ain't gonna be going out on you. Ain't gonna be doing no weird shit. It's just gonna be blazed up and smoking. You can find your best way to smoke.
That's right. I can dig that. I rock with it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the tip from Best Way to Smoke. We appreciate that. And look, before we get into the show, you know, we always do the Best Way to Smoke tip. So we're gonna ask you, Gotti, what's your best way to smoke tip for the people?
Man, my best way to smoke tip is, you know, I smoke leaves. So if you smoke leaves, I suggest y'all get your leaf, man, put it underneath some hot water, man. Put it underneath a paper towel, man. Press it real hard and get all the nasty stuff off of it. If you smoke them leaves, man, sometimes they make you sleepy. You know, they may get you a little lightheaded. But if you put the hot water on them first and get them right, you'll be good, man. Trust me. You hear me?
So all the dust and shit on them motherfuckers.
Yeah, because they sit in that package and get moist sometime, or it just be dusty and dirty. You never know what's be on there. You know, they lease from outside. So,
right.
You know.
That's real.
That's a good one too, though.
On
You
the
know
real.
Wash it off.
Like when I'm at home, you know what I'm saying? I actually do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
crazy that you like gave that tip because it's a good one.
Yeah.
I actually started it, you know what I'm saying? Because you know when them bad babies come in, they kind of like tough, they rugged. You can wet them, you know what I'm saying? And get it back right.
Get 'em back
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I noticed like when I did like smash it with the paper towel or whatever, all that gunk was right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm at home, like I actually do that. That's a dope tip.
Yeah, for sure, man.
On everything. Yep. Good looking for that tip. So look,
No
before
doubt.
we get into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. And what's your best way to smoke tip?
To be honest with you, my best way to smoke tip is whenever you feeling little aches and pains in your body, go on and reach for, you know, call out the Zaheads, shout out to Zaheads, you know,
out to
24
Zaheads.
hours. You know, but I roll up instead of taking one of, you know, them narcotics.
Yeah.
Seeing the fact that there is a opiate crisis. So
Sure.
by me being free of alcohol for 2 years, I'm not about to switch from alcohol and then get addicted to something else. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's real.
So, you know, I actually did that with the Red Bulls, and all my friends are telling me, like, sending me, every time I look at my message, it's the same thing, how Red Bulls is killing people.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let me switch to something else. So now, you know, I just switched to the little bubbly sparkling water, you know. So, but it's just, my tip is grab you a sparkling water or something like that. Keep it healthy,
On the real.
you know. And if you're in pain, find you a quiet area, and imagine one. Roll up, smoke.
On
That's
the real.
it.
On the
Indeed.
real. And what do you prefer though? You know what I'm saying? Like the indica or sativa?
I'm kind of like hybrid. You feel me?
Hybrid.
If it's some cool sativa and I kind of like want to stay up and like get the job done,
Yeah.
then I'll just like smoke some cool sativa. But like at night after I'm done working, actually I even work at night. But like them wee hours of the night when the city sleep, you feel me? Like Monday through Friday, around 3 o'clock in the morning, about maybe 5 in the morning, right when the news fresh on.
Yeah.
After you done said your prayers, started your day,
Yeah.
smoke, drink your coffee. You know, no nicotine.
Yeah,
You
fuck
know
that
what I mean?
nicotine.
You know,
Yeah.
we grew
don't want
up,
it.
grandma, you know, used to smoke the cigarette with the coffee. That's always a good deal. You feel me? But you know, it's kind of stay healthy, have that balance. You know, it's still just, you know, smoke your weed and drink some coffee, and you know.
Yeah. So that's what. And before we get into the show, you know, we always do the best way to smoke tip. And today's best way to smoke tip is just a simple tip. Tap in the Caligar. You know what I'm saying? So you won't get the drip lips, so you don't have to worry about people rolling your shit up and some bad breath spit on your shit though. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you in a shiesty mask, you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta worry about trying to like, you know what I mean? You can just like use your glue guard and just
Get it right.
bottom line.
Yep, no drip lip. You know what
I
I'm
feel hella left out today. I'm not even gonna lie. The more I look at you guys, I feel like I should have my hoodie.
Hey.
I feel hella left out, yo.
Nah,
Hella left out.
don't feel left out. You got your Timbs on.
On everything.
You right.
One wet
nigga
sock.
dog.
You know what I'm saying? One wet sock around his
Yeah,
mouth.
man.
One no west side.
So we do the best way to smoke tip. And today's tip is when you go to dispensaries, don't be afraid to ask questions about the cannabis that you're going to be purchasing or that you're looking to purchase. Everybody body makeup is different. Everybody can take the shit differently. So, you know, ask the questions. You might have tried something before and had a bad experience or whatever, or a good experience. So, man, ask the questions so you don't get that if you had a bad experience, and ask, you know, the questions and get that if you had that good experience. Try to find what, you know, gave you that good woo-wop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And that goes beyond just asking, what's this?
Right.
And they just give you the name. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll go with something, the name sound cool. Oh, the name sound like it's gonna have me lean back. You know what I'm saying? You get to the crib or whatever it may be, and you like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when he say like don't be afraid to ask, you know what I'm saying? Ask the question. Ain't no dumb questions when it comes to this cannabis stuff.
Not at all, because you definitely got to know. You feel me? And that's the best way to smoke tip. So before we get into the show, we do the best way to smoke tip.
Okay.
So I know you could come off the hip with something, you know what I'm saying? So when we have a guest, we ask the guest.
Oh, it's
to
funny.
tell everybody their best
I
way to
got
smoke
one.
tip.
Perfect one.
Let's
So
go.
if you're rolling, I like backwoods. If you're rolling backwoods, what I do is I like to empty out, and then I get the water and I rinse it off and wash it, put it with a paper towel, dry it out. And I don't know if the little bit of moisture adds, you know, where you can just bend it a little better. It just rolls a lot nicer. And then I have like a weird cone technique that I do. I have to show people, but when people see me roll, they're like, I've never seen that before. It's kind of like a weird, I don't know. I got to show you. But anyways, it's like
you gotta
my
let us
main
see
tip
that.
would be to wash the wrap and like let it be a little moist, and then roll the blunt and let it just chill and dry, and then smoke.
That's right.
That's right. That's my tip.
So give it a little time and shit though.
Yeah, because the moisture allows you to get the right roll, and then you just let it dry before you smoke it. It'll smoke good.
Everything.
Yeah. And it's not wet. It's lightly damp. Just so you be
Lightly down.
Lightly down.
Lightly
That's
down.
what she said.
On the real, that's a dope ass tip though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Get
on
on
the way
that.
out to the show, you know, we do the best way to smoke tip.
Okay.
So we want both of y'all to give a tip, man. Give us your tip, D3, for the people.
Man, my tip for the weed smoke.
Yeah, best way to smoke tip. Like however you roll.
Man, the
you know what I
best
mean?
way to smoke is smoke your own shit. I don't trust niggas that roll up.
I can dig it.
If I didn't see your shit roll up, I might be like, I'm cool. If I saw you roll it up, I hit the nigga smoke your whole shit.
On the
Two
real.
ladders.
On the real.
What about you, Two B's?
I want to say the same thing when he took my shit, so let me say this.
Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure you hey man, don't I like woods, but don't waste your weed on woods, man. My thing is
I could dig it.
because you roll up a whole fucking ounce, and guess what? You gonna hit that bitch 3 times, that wind didn't tuck it. It's gone. Nigga, I could smoke up a dime, like a gram, and I be high for swishing.
Wood
man.
that stolen
Nigga,
nigga
I'm
shit.
a
Waste
swisher
your
nigga.
wood on
I'm a swisher.
weed.
Oh, you still on the swishers?
I'm swishers and all them.
Okay.
I do everything but backwards.
Okay, okay.
Everything but the
I gotta respect it.
You on
bad.
everything. I used to be on them
Everything
everything.
but
Waste
the
your
leaves,
weed
man.
on
Don't waste your
wood.
weed, man.
Huh.
I spend too much money on that.
All
On
right.
the real.
Big up to that.
Y'all heard
Best way to
that?
smoke.
That's
Don't
it.
waste your weed.
Don't waste
On
your weed,
woods.
man.
Don't waste your weed on woods.
man.
That's right. That's right. So
Before
I
we
know
dig all the way into
32
the
cents.
show, we like to do the best way to smoke tip. So we're gonna ask you, what's your best way to smoke tip, George?
Ooh, by yourself. By yourself.
That is a
Nobody's
fucking
looking.
terrific.
Because I'm gonna tell you some things. Sometimes you guys don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know how you're gonna look. And you need to be in the safety of your own home sometimes. So you don't look like a crazy person out there.
Right.
that is a
Don't
fact.
ask me if it's personal experience. There is, but don't ask me.
Period.
Man.
I could dig it though. I could dig that.
Right.
That's a dope tip for some people. Because if you can't smoke socially,
Yeah.
smoke at home.
Yeah, please.
Close the door.
Please don't have everybody else concerned about you.
Right. You might not even want to turn the TV on. Just-
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm totally rocking with that tip. I'm a solo smoker. I don't even want you to hit my weed. I probably. Oh,
He's like, don't even look at it.
But that's just rude. That's,
But that's Serpo for you. That's Serpo. You know what I'm
brought your own
saying?
weed.
Like,
he's gonna tease him with
Right,
the
you
weed.
should have brought your own weed. You want to hit this? You should have brought some.
That's petty.
To the show, y'all already know what we do. We do the best way to smoke tip. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you like this. You know, smoke one, right? Right? And then don't let another person create a narrative about you. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your shit. You know what I'm saying?
stand on your
Hold
shit.
on, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, what's the meat and potatoes of that?
The meat and potatoes is plain and simple what I just said.
Yeah, I don't
listen,
understand it.
listen. People will try to create narratives for you. So if you don't
So
understand
if you
that,
just kicking back and smoking, somebody gonna try to create some type
No.
of narrative about
no, I said listen to understand, not to respond.
you? Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be anything, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So if anybody say something about you, just kick back and smoke a blunt and don't let them create that narrative.
Smoke and keep it moving. Yeah, do what you got to do. Speak up. You got to speak up. You know what I'm saying?
So what if they say
Stand
that's
on business.
what if you say that's a money making, inspiring motherfucker?
What you mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, like they talking about you, they creating this narrative. That is one money making, inspiring motherfucker.
That's manifestation.
Yeah, that's
somebody, you know what I'm saying,
See,
create a narrative. So don't let them create
a
that narrative.
Cause of
Oh, well, use negative. Right on, brother.
you know what I'm saying?
Right on. I get it now.
Just a narrative.
Yeah.
Period. Just a fuck what he talking about. Just a narrative. Period. You know what I mean? Don't let
Oh.
nobody change your narrative or try to change your perspective because people be on that bullshit. You know what I mean? Watch
Oh,
out.
that just like vegan type and people who still eat meat.
Could be, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And people who smoke tobacco and people who smoke papers.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's all in. It's all in how you take it in.
Yeah.
So basically, stand on business.
Stand on business. Yeah.
Stand on
Whatever that business is.
Yeah.
Man.
Into the show, you know, we always do the best way to smoke tip.
Hold on,
So-
let me get my asthma pump, guys.
So look, this tip is pertaining to our first topic that we're gonna get into though. But this tip is like if you go into dispensaries, you know what I mean? There are ways that you can find out what grade your like certain products that you want to buy, you know, their grade as far as dealing with pesticides and different things that might be on them and stuff like that though. So I would say like this though, if you care about products that you are using and stuff, go on and take the time out. You know, if you can find that information, I can't tell you specifically. I wish I could where exactly to go where you can find that information, but I'm pretty sure if you do your due diligence, you can look up a particular product to see how they was going with their testing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that kind of information should be public. You know what I mean? So people can know what they fucking getting. You know what I mean?
Do you think that point of, by the way, great tip, real
Sure.
shit though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's beyond cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, just to expound on that. Whatever you putting inside of your body, you should do that if you're able to do so.
That part.
But, you know what I'm saying, what I'm asking, damn, did I forget?
Nope. It's gonna hit you again. It's gonna hit you.
No.
Dun, 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 dun. All right,
You got
so look, though.
Inspector
But
Gadget.
you know what?
Yeah.
If you ever are walking into the dispensary and they have PADs going on, it's called Patient Appreciation Day. You got reps from the brands who come in and teach you a little bit about the brand and like, you know, the ins and outs or whatever. So ask questions. Ask questions because like, you know, if they don't know that information, I know me, if I'm selling something, I'm gonna go find it. You know, if I don't know it, I'm gonna be like, let me go figure that out. You know, so hopefully, you know, just know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I got it back.
Yes.
Damn, y'all made me fucking forget again.
Oh, shit.
No, but look.
Man.
But look. No, real spit though. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe like, you know what I'm saying, by cannabis consumers nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Want to know like what's in the weed, the levels, this what's in the cannabis, the levels, this, that, and the other. Do you think that's with the evolutionization of cannabis?
For
Meaning
sure.
like, is that the new wave, you know what I'm saying, with the informational stage and shit like that versus like back in like the movie Blow days?
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely believe that. Before we jump into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. So this is a simple one. 420 is what? Tomorrow? It's coming. It's coming fast. You know what I'm saying? So look, all I want to say is just be mindful. You know, you might be hitting events, you might be doing different things. Just be mindful of who you smoking with and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And who you taking some bud from. I say roll your own and have your own. That's the best practice. And on that note, when you smoking on something, man, go check out when you get done checking out the Best Way to Smoke podcast. Go check out Is That Right with Big J Reactions on YouTube, and check out what, Serpo?
Man, Serpo Reacts on YouTube. BW2S_Serpo JR.
Man, tap in.
But look,
with
I
it.
want to add on to that too, though, because
Okay.
everything you just stated right there is bam, right there on the DZOT.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of being that mindful, I'm speaking to my LA natives, you know what I'm saying? Those, you know what I'm saying, across the ghettos, across the, you know what I'm saying? Really be mindful, because if you smoking, you know what I'm saying, roll clean. You know what I'm saying? License, registrations, all that old good shit.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're rolling and you smoking and you're going to have that good time, even if you do get pulled over, if you're not caught in action, I don't think you get that DUI, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't determine when and where you were doing it. You can probably get an infraction or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're going to try to pull you out your weed zip if you got one. You know what I'm saying? And just like try to search your shit and find whatever the fuck it may be. And it's not going to be behind no weed no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you out here on 420 and you smoking, just roll clean. You know what I'm saying? If you rolling dirty, be clean.
Be clean.
No smoking.
No smoking. On the real, that's real talk though, man. And do the best way to smoke tip. So this tip is a simple tip. You know what I mean? Don't be so judgmental. You know what I mean? If you don't smoke weed, don't be so judgmental of a person that smoke weed, because everybody knows somebody or got somebody in their family or some shit like that don't smoke weed. Or if you come in the house smelling like weed or some shit, they like, you got that bullshit smell on you. You know what I'm saying? Or are they always talking shit or something like that? So for those people, specifically those people, mind your fucking business. No, I'm just playing, but just you know what I'm saying? Just don't be so judgmental. You know what I mean? Let us smoke and let us be happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck up my high.
And take that universally too. Not just with
Right.
the devil's lettuce. That's worldwide and everything that you do.
Hey, me personally, I don't smoke the devil's lettuce. So I don't fuck with the devil's lettuce. You know what I mean? I smoke cannabis, weed, reefer, all them kind of things right there, though. You know what I'm saying?
That is right. That is right.
On the real. So look, like, you know, everybody, you know, like us right here, you know, and other people that we. So look, just on the fly with it though. The best way to smoke tip, you know, before we get into the show, we always do that tip though for y'all. So the best way to smoke tip is be mindful of others. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, even when you dealing with people, you're not always right. You're not always the one that should be feeling like it's just all about you. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of other people and what they got going on in different situations or how they might be feeling and shit too like that. You know what I'm saying? Smoke one with them and talk to them. If they don't smoke, you smoke one and talk to them. But that's my best way to smoke tip.
I agree with that to a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But to the motherfucker that's out there that's all the way stonered out, Wiz Khalifa and them, like, so what if I smoke weed? I'm finna smoke here. I'm finna smoke there. I'm finna smoke this shit everywhere. So what if we smoke weed?
What does that have to do with anything?
I know it ain't got nothing to do with nothing though.
But in reality, though, that is like a good tip though, because it's like with the way things is going now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's making it kind of like a little bit more easier. You know what I'm saying? The blow, as far as like working. You know what I'm saying? When you go as far as employment and things like that, that's where it's going to play a big key. You don't want to be there, you know what I'm saying? And like how Bernie Mac say, take a break and you break.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So that is a good tip though, man. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of those around you.
C-Pop, what you think about the tip?
Hey, what you think?
I feel like you should do, like I said this last episode, you should do everything with intention. So like even like, and then Serpo said it too, like don't just listen to respond, listen to comprehend. Like that's important. So yeah, absolutely. And that ties into being mindful of others because we all process information differently, you know, like across the board. So you never know how they took in, you know what I'm saying? And like, take your time to go through things, feel through things, and you know, we're all human. Shit.
Yeah, and be understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because just because somebody's saying something opposite of you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like you have perspective.
Yeah, you still gonna feel how you feel, but you know, you know what I mean?
Right.
So tell me this: if there was a anti-cannabis rally cracking, would you smoke a blunt like right through they shit, like walk through their little crowd, like
right?
Stop politicking, motherfucker. No, I'm just playing. But but look though, man, we definitely appreciate everybody that tap in and tune in with us, man. This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast. Big J.
Your favorite smoking partner, Serpo.
And C-Pop.
Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, go ahead and subscribe. Y'all be peeking, but you ain't speaking.
Man.
Like the video, you know what I'm saying? Put us in the algorithm.
Tell a friend.
I mean? And even all our followers. You know
Tell a
friend.
friend.
Just like it. Put it in the algorithm. You know
Tell
what
a
I'm
friend.
And then another friend.
And another one.
That's it, though.
Yeah, the next
Best way
time.
to smoke.
Yeah.